Okay, welcome to YouTube. We have with us Father Dennis Vavrek, the Provincial Friar of the Friars of Western Canada. It's a Franciscan organization that is celebrating a particularly special year this year, and we're going to get into that in just a moment. But just to get started, Father Dennis, tell me a little bit about yourself for our viewers.
Well, I was born and raised in a small northern Alberta rural community. It's a little town called Sexsmith. Some people may have heard of it. Mm-hmm. My parents were and still are farmers. I was born and raised on a farm, and so that my roots are on the farm. And I took my schooling in the town of Sexsmith, in a small Catholic school, grade 1 to grade 9, double grade classrooms, and finished my high school there, and then went on to college in Grand Prairie and university. Finished off my university years at the University of Alberta. And in terms of my my upbringing in the faith, I grew up in the faith in a small parish church, Catholic church in Sexsmith. The Redemptorist Fathers were running the show there. Father Thomas Murray was my pastor, and I can remember many years ago. I was maybe grade 9, grade 10, and Father Murray was asking that we all pray for vocations to the priesthood and religious life. And so, being a very obedient young Catholic, in my prayers, I was praying for vocations one night, and I do remember thinking about, well, the thought came to mind anyway, that what about yourself? And initially it kind of scared me, but I think that's where sort of the seed was planted.
Yeah. And how did you connect with the Franciscans then?
Well, it took a while, because I didn't know anything about the Franciscans at that point in time. And like I said, that the thought stuck with me in terms of myself, in terms of responding to a vocational call. And it was in my last year of university that I was working with youth retreats, and a Franciscan was a spiritual director for the weekend, and I met him, and we went out one night for beer and pizza, and a week later for pizza and beer, and talked about these things. And I was sort of at a crossroads in my life at the end of my university. Would I go to work? Would I continue on with my education? What was I going to do? And he challenged me, and I talked it over with a number of good friends, close friends, and the decision was made to try the Franciscan way of life. And so that's where my Franciscan journey began.
Yeah. So from humble beginnings in northern Alberta to the Provincial of an organization that's celebrating 100 years in Western Canada. So tell me about some of the major and even some of the minor accomplishments of the Franciscans in this past 100 years.
Well, throughout my my years as a friar, I've had the opportunity to meet a lot of people, and especially over this last year, this anniversary year, the people I've talked to about celebrating our anniversary. Many have spoken about how the friars have made a difference in their lives, have touched their lives in various ways. And we've had friars working in parish work in Western Canada. We've had friars in retreat ministry. We've had friars teaching theology, high school, chaplaincy work in various capacities. And I've heard so many stories from people, of friars who've really made a difference in their lives, really touched their lives in so many ways, even saved their lives. In our retreat ministries, we deal a lot with addictions, and many have talked about how friars have really, in a sense, saved their lives, saved them from themselves. And so it's very very uplifting to hear these stories.
Yeah.